we managed to make it down to the nitty-gritty of this 3-part Christmas special for you all. Once again, I'd like to wish you all happy holidays, Merry Christmas, enjoy your winter solstice, go out skiing, go out snowboarding, go out sledding, make a nice little snowman, have a nice cup of hot chocolate, eat some cookies, enjoy a nice turkey banquet or some ham, duck, or whatever it is that you eat. Enjoy the time spent with your friends and family, anybody that you know and love. Spend your time with them and let them know your blessings and wishes and how grateful you are to have those people in your life. We're going to be talking about this particular one right here. We're going to be talking about a classic story that was written by the great Charles Dickens that was published back in December of 1843. Now, we all know Charles Dickens. He wrote multiple different books like Oliver Twist, Nicholas Nickleby, David Copperfield, A Tale of Two Cities, Great Expectations, and Our Mutual Friend, just to name a good bundle of his well-known stories. Now, of course, as time progresses and we enter the 1900s, a new millennium, and once film became a massive thing, there had to be some adaptations, and words can't even describe how many versions there are of this particular piece. So there's obviously the ones from the 1960s to the 2000s, whether it's a live adaptation or animation, like a Mickey Mouse version, Looney Tunes. And, of course, there has to be a fucking musical and or play based off it. There's all these adaptations, but the one I'm specifically going to talk about is the Robert Zemeckis version that was featured Jim Carrey and released in 2009. So, we all know what the plot is. Ebenezer Scrooge, played by Jim Carrey, is a humbug, hates Christmas, children, joy, and happiness. Sounds awfully quite familiar to a guy I know who is like that. I wonder. But anyways, he has a nephew who's cheerful, loving, and full of heart, and that he belittles a lot. Wants to be home for the holidays, spend time with his family, because poor, doesn't have a lot of money, but will do anything in his power to at least spend time with what he has and be grateful for. But anyway, continuing on, since it's Christmas Eve, Scrooge meets up with the ghost of his former business partner and warns him that he's going to be visited by 3 ghosts, the past, present, and future, and they have to teach him in one night to change his ways or else. Now, I'm not going to really dive into the story that much per se, due to the fact that we all know what it's about, how heartwarming that the story alone was able to hit you, with how creative that Charles Dickens, in terms of his book I'm going to talk about real quick, how he's able to take this particular story and write something very intriguing that for you to enjoy around the holidays. But in terms of movies, well, we all know. But specifically for this one, in terms of what I'm going to talk about here, now, for my positives, Jim Carrey's voice alone as Scrooge was entertaining. Simply put, it was nice to hear Jim Carrey doing his thing and showcasing that type of humor that we all know him for when he's doing like a comedy deal. But for this, adding that type of persona into the whole character of Ebenezer Scrooge, it's pretty incredible. Now, here's what I can say about each visit specifically through the time lapse. The Ghost of Christmas Past. The little flame, it was different, weird, and out of the ordinary, and somewhat, for me, it was uncomforting. That's one of my negatives. But once they traveled to the past, showcasing Scrooge as a child, younger, how he lived a happy life, enjoyed everything that was given to him, it was very nice, and I liked the cinematography that was surrounding. The Ghost of Christmas Present, obviously showcasing him the situation, what's going on with his nephew, his family, and what's transpiring, and how they're going to celebrate the holiday. The Ghost alone, now I understand of what was written and said of what he looks like, but seeing the visual showcase as time progressed. Now, I know the first one came out, the live adaptation came in 1964, and we all know about that, especially what the Ghost Christmas Present looked like. I shit you not, the motherfucker looks exactly like the Burger King mascot. You know, Burger King came out in 1954 in Jacksonville, Florida, but that's a whole different deal of its own, and I do somewhat enjoy, well, actually, I really don't, I lied. I mean, a burger from Burger King's not too bad every once in a while if it doesn't make you shit yourself. Continuing on, it was bizarre how he goes from jolly to a dark, sinister type of alternative personality showcasing his two children, ignorance and want. Then all of a sudden, yes, come in.
Hello? I got a special delivery here for, Mr. Garrison 96?
Well, isn't that very nice? What is it?
Let's just say what I have here is something that's very top secret and extremely important!
Oh, top secret, eh? Well, I'll open it once I'm done doing this little thing that I'm in the middle of. So, thank you. I swear to you, that guy looked awfully familiar. I don't know. But, continuing on, the Ghost of Christmas Future, or Death. Well, it was self-explanatory seeing exactly what it is that he does. Now, as the film progresses, in terms of my negatives that I have, as the film progresses, the animation and sequences become a bit too much for me to handle in terms of eye-wise. It becomes a little too quirky and somewhat uncomforting to watch, especially with the Ghost of Christmas Past. With the showcase of Scrooge's former business partner, I wasn't much of a fan of how that whole entire sequence was showcased in the picture. I thought the animation was just a little bit too lazy, especially with the showcase, and I thought the idea for Ghost of Christmas Past, despite the flaws that shot out at me with this film, it's a fun little adaptation. It was great hearing Jim Carrey's voice doing his thing. Nice to see the name Robert Zemeckis in the titles for director. The film is harmless, fun, entertaining little watch, and definitely one of the better adaptations I've seen. It has a spark, charm, humor, and stays true to what the story is about. So, with that being said, folks, about what I can say in terms of my rating for this little film, 3.5 out of 5. So, with that being said, folks, once again, God bless us, everyone, and enjoy your holidays. Merry Christmas. Might as well see what the fuck's in this now, so.
Did you read that letter yet?
No! Who the fuck are you?
Let's just say I'm something that you like to call a figment of your pure imagination. An inner mechanism of your mind that is an enigma. Do you like movies?
Yeah, I like movies. Why?
Now, there's a movie that came out recently called Uncut Gems that was an A24 film. And it starred Adam Sandler too. How did you like that movie?
Yeah, I've seen Uncut Gems, and it's a terrific film. Adam Sandler, surprisingly, and you can say this was his best performance he's done in quite a long time, or you can say that this is his best performance, and I will say this right now, that Uncut Gems is A24's best movie they ever made. So, what does that have to do with anything?
This particular thing that's in that letter, you'll be going a little overboard once you read it. So, that's it, and Merry Christmas once again.
Either I've been drinking too much, or I'm just seeing shit, or the medicine that I'm on is not working. So, I don't know. Might as well see what the fuck this says. Next movie review.